Father, you are the one for me. You are superb to me. You are the one for me. Hi, y'all. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Thank you for tuning in to my YouTube channel. As I mentioned in my previous videos, these are just testimonies of how the Holy Spirit has talked to me at various times in my life, whether it was through a dream or by me hearing His voice while I was awake. This particular testimony you're about to hear came to me through a dream, and this dream is named Through My Mom's Eyes of Dementia. That horrible, horrible disease. My mama was diagnosed with dementia in her early 80s, probably when she was about 80, 81. And this is a horrible brain disease that they say has no cure at this time. Okay? I beg to differ, but I can't find it. But it's horrible. It's a long, mean, life-altering, dragged-out death sentence that changes the most independent, fun, loving, physically fit person into someone that loses all freedom and capabilities to take care of oneself. They lose the mindset and the capability to make important decisions, and they lose memory of the structure of their life in which they have grown to love and to know. Finding your way around your own home that you lived in for decades can become challenging. My mom would often say that she just felt cloudy in her head. The familiarity in her home was fading. Everything could be so confusing, frustrating, and scary to our loved ones with dementia. So we must always remember to be patient, loving, and very kind, because their world as they know it is upside down. Let me take you on my journey. In my dream, God showed me how my mom felt as God allowed me, to look through my mother's eyes with dementia. In my dream, it was as if I was my mother. I, which was my mom, in my dream, I was outside on my mother's back patio, admiring all of her beautiful plants. Now remember, in my dream, I am my mom. So as I wandered off the deck to look at all of the pretty green shrubs, I realized I couldn't find my way back to the patio door that led to the house. And I remember saying to myself as my mom, I know that I should know how to get back to the other side of the yard. But for the life of me, I can't figure out how to find the back door or even what direction I need to go in. I, being my mom, I started reaching through the bushes that lined the perimeter of the patio, thinking the door that led to the house was somehow in the bushes. I was so confused and I was so lost in my own backyard. Just then, my papa, which was my sweet stepdad, he came looking for my mom, which was me, and said, as he always said to my mom, "Sweetheart, I've been looking for you. What are you doing?" He asked me, again, which I was my mom. And I said, I couldn't find my way back in. Just then, my papa took my hand and said, "Come on, sweetheart, I'll take you back in." Just then, I woke up. I woke up from my dream. And I cried deeply for my sweet mom because God allowed me to see how and what my mom felt having this horrible disease. He let me feel what she was feeling. And let me tell you, it was devastating, it was confusing, and it was very scary. Today, this still brings tears to my eyes because if you knew my mama, she was one of the most strongest, independent, beautiful, and classiest women I have ever known. In my dream, she couldn't help it that she couldn't find her way back to the inside of her home. You really feel lost and like the world and the things around you are so huge. So to see my sweet papa come and get me as my mom, and to see the love that he had for my mom and how he took such excellent care of her until she couldn't do it anymore for herself, and until he couldn't do it anymore because he developed lung cancer, it makes me smile to this day with tears of joy and thankfulness. And I give honor and praise to God for his loving kindness, for putting them in each other's lives. The sadness and the confusion my mom felt all of these years, it made me cry because in this dream I could actually see and feel the level of my mom's confusion and how scared she felt. Now, when I went to go see my mom the next day, I told my papa about my dream. And do you know, he told me what I dreamed is actually what happened a week earlier. He said my mom went out in the backyard, and when he went looking for her, she was standing by the entrance of the deck with a confused look on her face. And when he called her name, she turned and looked at him with tears in her eyes and said, "I don't know where to go." So my papa then said he took her hand and he said, "Come on, sweetheart, I got you. Let's go back in the house." He said that is the beauty of God and his love for us all, that God allowed me so far away at my house to see what happened on that day. Only God can do that. He is so merciful, so alive, and so omnipotent everywhere at all times. In reality, we can see what our loved ones go through, but to actually experience it from a dream that God allowed, so I would experience supernaturally what my mom was going through. That was a miracle, and that was a gift that only God could give, and he gave it to me. And I'm so grateful. God's grace and supernatural blessings touched me, and it gave me the ability to feel my mom and to feel how she felt, if only for just that moment. God allowed me to see dementia through my mother's eyes, and I'm eternally grateful. To God be the glory. Now, I hope you enjoyed this testimony of my spiritual dreams and blessings from God. Tune in to hear my next chapter called The Blood Clot. You don't want to miss it. Please feel free also to share any of your blessings and testimonies that you have received from God as well. And remember, we have to share and spread God's goodness, because you never know how one word can help someone. After all, we're all here just to encourage one another. I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody about somebody who can save everybody. And that is a song, so I'm not stealing anything, but I'm just saying I love that song, but that is very true words. So don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for more spiritual messages from God. Love to you all. Hugs and kisses to you. God bless you. And again, thank you for listening. Bye for now.